Another day, another IVF appointment. It's 5:28 and we are about to head over to my appointment to check my lining after taking estradiol for like 12 days. So let's go. Bye, buds. Good boy. My pretty girl. On the road again. Finally made it to the parking lot. Traffic took a little longer than usual because we did actually leave 30 minutes later than usual, so learned our lesson. But hopefully this is probably one of the last times we have to be here. Hopefully. We're gonna head in now. I will keep y'all updated. Just got to the room. I'm gonna change so that we can scan and see how my uterine lining is looking. Okay, just got back from the gym and it is the next day. Actually, no, it's a couple days after my last ultrasound. So I wanted to go over the whole frozen embryo transfer deal that we're doing. I'm going to give a little recap of what went on in that appointment. I got a new calendar with all of my instructions. So if you're new here, hi, I'm on my IVF journey. My name's Bree and I'm currently in the process of doing a transfer. So I'm gonna be doing my transfer next week. My transfer is gonna take place in Mexico because that's where my embryos are stored. So it'll all take place there. We decided we're only gonna transfer one embryo. I know a lot of people want to know if I'm gonna transfer two, and I'm not. Even if you put one in, there's always a chance of one splitting, but that is more rare, but it can happen. Anyway, so my ultrasound was a couple of days ago and they were checking my uterine lining. So I had been taking estradiol to like make your uterine lining thicker, and they want it to be above 7 and mine was at a 9, so that was good. It was perfect. Yeah, I'll try to insert a clip here of my uterus, a scan of my uterus. You can probably see it here. Yeah, so we're able to move forward with the transfer. So she wanted me to start the progesterone pills 2 days later. So that was today. Today was the first day of my progesterone, and a lot of people do progesterone injections, like the pyro injections. I am only doing progesterone suppositories. These are vaginal suppositories, so definitely different. I've never had a vaginal suppository. The amount of progesterone suppositories I have to put in me is going to be insane. So I have to put 3 in every morning, then 2 at noon, and then another 3 in the evening. If you get pregnant, it continues on for, I want to say, I think it's like 2 months or something. So that's a lot of suppositories of your hoo-ha. So I actually bought these little applicators to just like insert it. I mean, you could just stick it in there yourself, you know. Is this being too graphic for YouTube? I hope not. Anyway, you could just stick it up, but I just bought the little applicators because, I don't know, I wanted to make sure it was like in there, like up in there. So I will link those on my Amazon storefront. It's going to be under my my IVF TTC list, and I'll put my Amazon storefront in my description box in case you guys want to get any. So yeah, I started on that, and I'm still continuing to take my estradiol. So I'm also taking folic acid, 1 milligram, and then aspirin, 81 milligrams, so baby aspirin. And I'm also on prednisone. That's what I want to do. I'm pulling out my passport because I simply do not want to forget it. I'm going to Mexico. Okay, I hope you guys don't hear my dryer, which you probably do. It's literally right there. Or my washer, I mean. Okay, but let me show you guys what I got. Let me sit you guys over here. Okay, these are things that I got, you know, just girly things, okay? If you're a guy, log off. You shouldn't be watching this video. This is for the girls. Anyway, so I have the little applicators for the suppositories here. They're nice because they have like a tapered tip versus like the hard round one, so it's like more comfortable. You really don't need to use it, but if you want, you can. And we'll see how long I use this. Like, I'm probably gonna have to go through so many of these. And then with the progesterone suppositories, it gets very messy, like it leaks, and so they recommended panty liners, which I've already experienced today. And let me tell you, it is not fun, and it definitely does get messy. So I bought a bunch of panty liners. I bought ones for like thongs, and then I got some regular thin ones for like a regular underwear. And yeah, I've been using the thong ones today because I went to the gym. But I'm gonna have these all linked, like I said, on my IVF/TTC list. So go check that out. Oh, also, I booked our flights. We're gonna be flying to San Diego because, okay, can we technically drive all the way down to San Diego and then take a driver to take us across Tijuana? Yes, we can, but, or across the border. But that is a big mission because we live in Fresno, and I would literally, we would have to leave so early to get over there in time, and it just doesn't seem like the vibe. I'd rather us get flights. So we're flying to San Diego, which is only like less than an hour flight. And then from there, we're gonna have a driver take us to our appointment in Tijuana and then back to the airport. So it'll be a very quick trip. And yeah, I'm trying to figure out how like I'm piecing together this vlog. I didn't know if I wanted to do like this be one vlog and the other vlog be the transfer. I'm gonna be honest, I actually didn't feel like it was gonna work because I've never been pregnant in my life, so I feel like is it really gonna implant into me? You know what I mean? Like, is my body gonna do what it needs to do? Is the embryo gonna do what it needs to do? Like, is it gonna start to multiply correctly? I don't know, I had doubts, but it wasn't until yesterday I started feeling a little bit more hopeful and like thinking that it's gonna work. And it was also scary at the same time, like thinking about having a kid. Like, I talk about this a lot on TikTok, but like I want to have a family, but the thought of like raising a baby is like super scary and not something that I've always dreamed of. Like, I didn't ever like always dream of being a mother. So like I sometimes feel like imposter syndrome. I actually talked about this with one of my followers on TikTok. She's told me, she's like, it's like I have imposter syndrome, and I was like, literally yes. I sometimes feel like I have imposter syndrome when it comes to talking about IVF because I'm just not that person that's like been dying to be a mom like since a childhood. You know what I mean? Like it's not like a dream of mine, but it's not something that I don't want. I do want a family. It's more so like being a mom isn't like, does that make sense? I don't want to sound negative. I'm not trying to make it negative. I'm trying to give like another perspective, and hopefully other people here resonate with this. And if anybody else is out there ready to start their family but also like scared of like kids because it's not like something you're necessarily good at or something that you like dream about or like love to do, I want you to know you're not alone. I'm here too. And yeah, I just think for me, like what seems more fulfilling to me is having a family like when they're a little bit bigger. I don't know why, like kids are scary. Just a little vulnerable chat. I hope that doesn't come off like I hate kids or anything, because I don't, but I just think that it's very overwhelming to think about. Like, you're gonna be exhausted, you're gonna be overwhelmed, and like then you have people in your ear saying, oh, just enjoy all your sleep you have now before you even have a kid. I will chat with you guys later.